Welcome to Open Up Forum, where we give you, oh, Lord have mercy, I messed it up. But listen, let's start all over. Because you get this out. Okay, welcome to Open Up Forum, where we talk about anything and everything and give you a college perspective on it. Today, we're going to talk about the disparities of what we had last week. We talked about the black.
We have last week.
What we had last
Annihilation of the black man.
No, I wanted him to say it.
Yeah, he was good. Annihilation of the strong black man.
He forgot.
I did. But anyway, I did.
Well,
forget,
at least you guys
but,
are picking on each other and not picking on me.
Yeah.
That's great.
But hey,
We need more of that.
listen. We don't discriminate on picking on people.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah, we don't do that. But anyway, the annihilation of a strong black man. We talked a little bit in general about annihilation of. We talked about media. We talked about education, and this week we're gonna dive into the health aspect of the annihilation of a strong black man. We're gonna dive into. I wanted to start with, I got some data
You
here.
can read my writing.
I got some data here
Okay.
that states that life expectations of a black man compared to white counterparts. So here it says this is as of 2023. The life expectation for a black man is approximately 70 to 74 years compared to 75 to 78 years of a white man. While this is between the this is a gap narrowed between 1990 and 2018. It really is significant because of the COVID, because the COVID-19 pandemic was crazy. So I'm just saying that it narrows. Well, it narrowed, but now since the COVID, it
Widen again?
yeah, it probably widen again because of the COVID
So from
knocked out, killed out a lot of people.
2009 to 2018?
No, it's 1990 to
1990 to 2018.
18.
That's a substantial amount of time.
Yeah, it is.
Made
It
some
was
made some good ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
Made good ground. We made good ground.
Now I wonder if that was because of the health movement that we were on.
That's probably why. And I think it narrowed because we had more knowledge of like chronic diseases that we have, and more education on it, and more medical education on it.
Right.
Because our body types are different because of our genetics.
And at that time also, I believe that holistic ministries was starting to blossom as well. So whole healing, mind, body, soul.
Yeah.
Getting involved with vitamin supplements, herbs, and all of that.
Yeah.
And they were making a huge profit off of that for a long time. I don't know if it's as popular as it was back in the early 90s, 2000s, but I believe it's still around.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
People
still
are still
around.
engaged in it.
With the
think.
herbs and stuff.
Yeah.
Can I say this really quick?
Go ahead.
There's a guy. He be on YouTube. I think his name is like Yankee or something like that. He's a herbalist, right?
Okay.
But he's like a doctor, right? Listen, he's the most dangerous man in America, right?
Okay, why do you say that?
Because he heals people
Naturally.
with herbs.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The last time I
So
watched,
dangerously
last
good,
time I
is
watched
what
him
you said.
last time I watched his podcast,
Right.
he had an armed security agent behind him
Because
that
of what
follows him. Like he goes like throughout the classroom teaching.
Right.
The armed security guy follows him wherever he goes.
Why
Because
now?
they've realized that
he's dangerous.
these
because of what he's saying.
pharmaceuticals,
Yes.
these pharmaceuticals,
Big
right?
pharma, that's what we
Now-
call them.
Big pharma.
And
Big
listen,
pharma.
let me say this really quick.
Go ahead.
Right? This pharmaceuticals, right? They come from the Greek word, which is Farrakhan. Farrakhan referred to healing agents, but also carried a magic potions, spells, and poisons
That's right.
as used in ancient literature.
Exactly.
So when we deal with
And
pharmaceuticals,
you find that in the Bible too.
that's why there's so much, so many what do you call this thing? Side effects.
Side
Oh,
effects.
yeah.
Because this is some dangerous. This is some poisonous stuff.
Oh yeah,
They'll give you some poisonous stuff with the medication, not the herbs now.
Right.
But
Because
medication is
herbs,
really
you got to understand herbs are natural. Natural,
Yes.
they come from the ground.
Yes.
And, and scientists and chemicals are made up in labs.
Okay.
So that's the synthetic type of chemical. So that's the difference.
They're probably made from they probably start with a derivative of herbs.
Oh yeah, they start
when the add-ins is
where they start going
yeah,
wrong.
that's where they
But the thing about it is that we have to all understand, and I said this while you were speaking, I said it kind of low tone. I said that you'll find that information also in the Bible as well. There's herbs, there's different remedies that they have in scripture for certain illnesses. The reason why this is so important is because medicine as a whole is originally designed for our health, to help us to live longer, to help us to live better. The natural herbs and vitamins that we get from certain foods, you got to be careful, because with herbs and even vitamins, if you mix the wrong ones together, it can create a toxicity in your body that can kill you. You know what I'm saying? They say too much of anything can kill you, but
that's true.
Yeah.
But you gotta know, when it comes to herbs, the wrong herb can, and he just read, poisons. And in the ancient cultures, they actually did use little small doses of poison, and we still do that today. Because some people take for the heart, what is it? Cyanide, nitroglycerin. Thank you. That can kill you. That can kill you now.
100% sure.
That can kill you.
I think
So
it's natural.
we got to be careful, because too much of that will definitely kill you.
Oh yeah,
And I think some people do take a little other small type.
If it's not nitro, somebody put that in the comments. What it is?
Arsenic.
Arsenic is poison. That's rat poison.
Arsenic, and
that's like rat poison.
Small amounts of that was over the course of time in history, and I don't think it's America. It probably is all over the world, but you can look into.
So
that.
what are you saying? A little bit of poison is okay? Is that what
no? That's part of the scientific studies, was that they did use poison for certain illnesses.
It was. Yeah,
I mean, in America, they were given, not to get off the topic, but in America, they show you how off they were with medicine. They were running around here giving babies, little toddlers, actual cocaine.
That's not really getting off the topic, but
yeah, they was actually doing that, right? So then they was wondering why the child was growing up with all of these issues, because you, for like 2-3 years, you was giving the child cocaine.
Wait, where you get what are you talking about?
Yeah, the medical doctors back in the day.
What year are you talking?
1920s, 1930s, probably the 1800s as well.
Oh, earlier, way before.
Well,
they were using cocaine and stuff like that for everything. Cocaine was in Coca-Cola, from what they
know. Yeah, but they had to take it out.
But why would they put it in a baby in something that's
because it was like the quote unquote miracle drug.
So you give the babies in what?
They didn't know. You know,
was it a high mortality rate at that time? I mean, did it kill somebody?
I'd imagine so.
I would think cocaine would probably be like an overdose.
But I think they gave it to him in small doses.
My thing is, I think a lot
that speaks to what you're talking about.
Exactly,
you're talking about with the poison.
Because I think certain painkillers, come from a plant.
You got to be careful with
it. Exactly. Because
I didn't know they were so addictive.
Yeah, they're addictive.
Yeah, they are.
But see, the difference is with Black Americans and white Americans. We have been denied access in this country for a period of time to those very things. So we had to 9 times out of 10 go an alternate route to get the health care that we was looking for. And so when you talk about the mortality rate being so disparaging between one group and the other, you can understand why. If you're getting health care, right, and the other person is not getting health care, you're going to live longer than the other person 9 times out of 10.
Yep, basically because of.
But I want to say one thing real quickly.
In income.
I want to say this just really quickly, if I can.
And
I, like the thing with the herbs,
Yeah.
you should really like until you like really know
What it is.
you should really like follow the advice of somebody who is a natural
Oh, you
healer,
gotta
because dosage
professional. You gotta have a
dosage
professional.
makes a lot of makes a difference.
True.
Because
True.
I just want to say this really quickly. One time I had the flu,
Mhm.
and I was taking echinacea and golden seal,
Mhm.
believing that
Mhm.
they would kill the flu.
Right.
Man, I had to go to the hospital. I almost had pneumonia, man, because I was taking it, but it's probably
you wasn't taking it the right way.
I didn't know that. You know,
was in
maybe it
doses.
will cure you of the flu. I don't know, but
Mhm.
it didn't work for me that time. And I was thinking maybe the dosage might have been the whole thing to that, because I studied herbs at one time. I used to heal things with herbs. Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. I did used to heal things. Like I healed ringworm one time with an herb.
Mhm.
I put it on the person's
Scalp? Or the,
no, it was on
it
their like
was on their
arm.
arm. or something?
It
Okay.
wasn't
On the
on their
arm,
like
yeah.
head or nothing like that. I remember
It's
that.
nothing ringworm.
But
You
I
don't
put it.
think hair is-
I put it on them, and it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because
Yep.
it kills like the fungus that or the larva that they have, whatever it is that they do, the bacteria that's associated.
It was called
Mhm.
black walnut. So I remember
Right.
what I put on it.
You
was
can
black
ingest
walnut.
a lot of this
And it-
stuff.
Hmm?
You can eat a lot of this stuff. You can just put it in
Yeah,
a
sure.
drink form,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah. It will help you if you drink, if you take it internally. But
Yeah.
like something like ringworm is it's like on the skin. So
and,
you
and
would
that's
you
a
have to take it.
dermatologist type.
You could have taken it.
Eczema. I think you could cure eczema.
Mhm.
I think you could cure a lot of things through herbs.
Mhm.
But that's what I was talking about before, about how in the ancient times they had these different remedies
Mhm.
to help people live longer despite whatever affliction they was dealing with.
Right.
And that's still going on today.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
But we got to be careful because, as we said, man, you mix the wrong things together.
Yeah.
Or you said you don't take the right amount
Or
of it,
dosage or too much
you
of it.
know? Oh, man.
Listen, it's funny that we talk about this because I was watching a show. It's called The Pit on HBO. I know anybody watching
Here
it.
we go with the
Yeah,
pig.
that's it. The Pit.
Here we go with the
But it was funny because the lady came in. She's a perfectly healthy lady, but
Uh-huh.
she had this orange skin. It was like her skin was orange, and she something was wrong with her kidneys or something, right? But they found out. Just by talking to her.
Mhm.
All right, what you taking? What you taking? She was like, nothing, it's all natural, blah, blah, blah. And they said, and I take the turmeric. And he said, turmeric? She said, yeah. She said, how much turmeric? She said, I take it 5 times a day. I was like, whoa, that was it.
She's overdoing it.
She was overdoing it. But she was healthy. Everything was healthy, but just something was wrong. She was coming in with pain. And it was a kidney. They saw this growth of a number by her kidneys, and she was like, I ain't never had no trouble before. I'm careful about what I eat. I don't eat meat. All this,
all that stuff.
Yo, she looked good, but she just had this orange glow on her.
And if she'd have kept doing that and went to see the physician, it would have gotten worse.
They said, look, kill that turmeric. You taking too much. I was like, yo, that was funny. It was funny because she just overdosed herself. And turmeric is a natural herb.
Yes.
It's a natural herb you get from the ground, and I mean it helps.
Yeah.
But you take this inflammation basically,
Right.
And she just overdid it.
Yeah.
She just overdid it. It
Anything you
was
do too much is going to be
exactly.
Exactly. You can fast too much.
Yeah.
We do.
And it will affect you negatively.
Yeah,
We do self-diagnose ourselves.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I would say 90% of the time we're wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't say 90%.
I went to see my doctor. And my doctor
I know my body better than other people.
He has a cup on his table, and he says on the cup, it says, "Do not confuse your Google search with my medical degree."
Exactly.
I go in there when I go see him, if I'm not feeling, and I got like the lady with the issue with the side. I was like, "Yeah, my side is hurting," and he's like, "Well, what you consume? What are you eating?"
Yeah.
He'll tell me. Oh, okay. He said, "Well, do you have any other pains anywhere else?" Because he want to know, is this associated?
Yeah, with
this what's over here.
Okay.
So he want to know your dietary intake. So all of this stuff, it plays a role.
Yeah.
In
Absolutely.
how you are sick and where you are sick at. Like you can have a backache, right? But it could be something tied to your teeth.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I would have never thought about that in a million years.
I know people that have heart attacks because of their teeth.
Yeah.
Because they said
pastor,
that.
pastor that passed away.
Yeah, Pastor Al. They said your teeth could have plaque, parts of plaque, little pieces of plaque flow through your bloodstream and come to clog up your heart.
Yeah.
So that's why you gotta floss. You can brush your teeth, but you gotta floss. Flossing helps eliminate that because you don't want to get that debris going into your system.
Exactly. And let me say this:
thought about that? Who? Did you know that? I didn't know that, but I found out about it.
Yeah, there's always.
While we're on this subject, I have to say, a dentist said, when you finish brushing your teeth, rinse off your mouth, but don't wash your mouth out.
No, okay.
Like keep it
in
stuff
there, right.
in there. Just wipe it off your mouth, of course.
Yeah.
But don't unless you're gonna gargle with like a
Listerine
or something like that.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna do that, then just leave it. Don't wash your mouth out. They said that way the
germs.
toothpaste actually
the toothpaste,
does
the fluoride and everything in the toothpaste actually works.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with this mouthwash thing here we have, because nobody's really buying the old school Listerine.
I buy it.
The old school Listerine, man, was like, man,
I buy Listerine.
You remember that?
The brown.
That's some nasty stuff.
The beige.
That's some nasty stuff.
If
I remember,
but it worked.
Yeah, but it's nasty.
Now you got all this kind of like
flavor.
How can something that tastes nasty smell good?
No, it works.
I said it works.
He said it works. He didn't say it
I
smells.
said it works.
I thought you said it smelled good. You're not. Well, what do you mean it works? If it doesn't smell good, what do you mean it works?
I mean, it works like when you rinse your mouth out with it.
Your mouth smells better, right?
No, your mouth don't smell better. It smells like medicine. But when you spit in the sink or in the toilet, when
all that stuff
that stuff comes out.
Yeah.
You do it with this new stuff. You got to get the right one, because sometimes you'll use the right. You use the right one. You're going to see the same thing you get from Listerine, and you'll have that fresh minty smell, spearmint, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Winter mint. I don't even know what winter mint is, but that's the thing they call it.
Yeah.
And then you have the other ones where you don't get anything coming out.
What's your
what are you doing?
Lifesavers?
I love Lifesavers, but
you chew them in the dark and you can see sparks. Remember
really?
that? You remember
I remember Pop Rocks.
Yeah,
Pop
I'm
Rocks.
not.
That's different.
No, but you talking about the minty lice?
Isn't it called winter mint?
No, because
you talking about the breath mints.
Yeah, you talking about the breath
you
mints.
talking about the breath mints. Yeah, Lifesaver breath mints. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah. But if you chew them with the lights off, you can see sparks. Yeah, we did that as kids.
Yeah.
We ate it as candy.
Winter mint.
Yeah, right.
I made a mistake with as a kid. I did something. I took a whole bunch of candy, but it wasn't really candy, and I took it to school as chocolate.
Oh, them X-Lax.
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, them things get you.
Boy, I'd have been rolling.
I did that one time too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man.
Yeah, you don't want to take those things and not know that they're laxatives.
I thought it was
you be somewhere playing, man, that thing come down.
I didn't eat it.
You try to hold it in.
I was going to eat some because I thought it was candy. And my friends was all
you be trying to hold it in, man.
By the time I got to get me some, it was all gone.
So, worse, everybody else got it. Oh,
yeah,
did anybody actually have
2 o'clock that day?
Everybody had to go to the bathroom.
Did anybody fail to get to the bathroom? Everybody got to the bathroom, okay?
Oh,
good.
Like,
because sometimes, I've been on
the like, why is all the kids going? How come you don't want to?
I ain't eat the
chocolate.
chocolate.
What happened to you? Classroom that didn't have to go to the bathroom.
He gave me some candy.
Oh, Rollo, they poisoned his classmates.
White kids, black kids. No, by the time I got to give me a piece, it was all gone.
So they
had white kids, black kids.
So you didn't have the evidence.
Yeah.
There was no evidence that
you ain't even had the box, the wrapper, nothing left.
Hopefully they had to do one. Hopefully they only had to go to the bathroom once.
I pulled the show on to hide the evidence. But see,
that
medicine affects us all the same way, regardless of what our ethnicity is.
No, that's not true.
For the most part.
Medication
For the most part.
No.
General?
No.
Generally,
it's supposed to.
Right. Generally.
No, but that's
for the
not
most
true.
part, heart medicine works for everybody the same way. The dosage might be different, but the medication itself for the most part, works the same way. That's what I'm saying.
That not with everybody
So,
though. That's not true.
I just said for the most part.
Yeah.
See, for the most part, covers that, not for everybody. So there is a difference, and we're going to talk about that right now. So there's a difference between Black people and white people when it comes to health.
Genetically, yeah, sure.
Yes, genetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, we have our differences.
Yes.
And this goes back to, this is something that was known since the 1500s, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they hijacked, if I can use a friend of mine's term, they hijacked the information. They buried the truth and they hijacked the information and they doctored it, right? Then they doctored it to build up one group of people and put down another group of people so that one group will appear to be superior where the other group will appear to be inferior. You see what I'm saying?
All right, break that down. What you're saying though.
What I'm saying is that they took, those Germans, French, scientists, philosophers, what you call them, philanthropists, those who were men of science, right? Educators. They took that data, that information, they took that information and they altered it to favor their ethnic group. Whereas for the Africans, right, they took that information and they downplayed it. And anything positive, they made a note of it, but they magnified anything that they felt was negative. You get what I'm saying? They magnified anything that they felt was negative. And this is the thing that got me as I was researching this. They took that information and they brought it to the schools. So they taught this as doctrine. They put this in medical books. The Black man is this, and this, whereas the Caucasian is this, and this. So you got false information now being spread through the curriculums in massive schools. I'm talking about huge classes, huge schools all over the world.
Okay, so let me.
He has to be right about what he's saying. He has to be, because
so let me.
I know what he's talking about.
Let me read some data I just collected. Here you go. We got the chronic disease burdens. Black men are roughly twice as likely to develop major chronic diseases as their white counterparts. Diabetes, Black adults are 60% more likely to be diagnosed with diabetes than white.
That's 60, a lot.
60%.
And that's right here in America.
Yeah, this all U.S. It's all U.S.
You got it from the Health Network, the Health.
Yep. This is all right. So, hypertension, which is high blood pressure, approximately 79.1% of Black men have hypertension, compared to 58% of white males. Obesity, roughly 46.4 of Black men have a BMI of 30 or
body
more.
Measurement index.
Yeah, body measurement index. 30 or more.
Mass?
That's what BMI.
Body mass? I thought it was body mass.
Yeah.
He said measurement. Is that
body
measurement?
Body mass.
Isn't it mass? Okay.
Same.
If it's
All right,
mass,
but I'm
then I
sorry.
stand-
We can look it up. We'll look it
If
up.
it's mass, I stand corrected.
Yep. It might be body mass. You're right. BMI of 30 or more versus 25.9% of white males.
Stop right there.
Yeah, please. No, because there's a lot to be said to that.
please.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said to that.
There's a reason for
but
everything
see,
that you're saying. There's a reason for that.
And exactly, that's what I want to go into. That's what I want to dive into.
Oh, you going into that with that?
Yeah, that's
All right,
what
so
I
we
said.
stop
We
this too
could
soon?
dive. No. We could talk about that. That's this. I was gonna stop there anyway.
Okay.
But what I want to go into, why you think that is? I mean, because he just read false medical in
data,
education data entered in, and what else you think that is? Because on top of that, since we got false information in the medical field, people getting taught the wrong way.
You got something?
What you think?
I'll let you go.
And we'll just go on diabetes
You
first.
go.
Let's
I'll
just
let
go
you
on
go.
diabetes
Okay.
first, because what else you think probably is the effect of us having more diabetics?
Take it, Rob, and I'll go
Versus-
behind you.
Okay, now I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I really don't know a lot about diabetes, but I do know it's like genetic. You know, I do know that. And I do know that a lot of Black people does have, you know, diabetes.
Oh yeah.
But I can't go into what you were saying about it because I don't really know. But I do want to say this. Number one, what you were saying was the high blood pressure. But it's known that Black people's blood pressure is higher than white people's blood pressure on a whole. You know, like our body and their body is not alike. 100% is not 100% alike. Right. And a lot of the stuff that they give us, they give it geared to their body type and not ours. You understand what I'm saying? Like the body mass index,
BMI,
it's not really for Black people. It's not really for Black people because
we built different.
Black people, yes, Black people are.
You're talking about
more
the
charts.
charts.
We got a little more girth.
You're talking about the charts that they put out.
You know what I'm trying to say?
That's supposed to be the average measurement thing. That's what you're talking about. The charts that they put out, they don't really apply to us.
No, it applies to them. You know, more so than us because like I said, we're built differently. White people and Black people just built differently, and also
to an extent,
even with like the studies when they study like psychologically,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They study that Black, white, and in between. So, like, all right, say you have depression. The doctor may, prescribe this for you. So you have depression, but you're a white person. The doctor may describe this other thing for you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because it's based on your genetics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and if you ever go into like the medical field, like you'll know and understand that everybody, you can't cure everybody with the same medication.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this medication might not work
for that person.
Right.
Right.
And sometimes it may just be that they don't really want to cure us anyway because they want to just keep us sick and keep making money because you don't make a whole lot of money off curing people. That's why I say that guy down there is so dangerous, man, because he's curing people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's scary to them. That's messing with them.
Exactly.
One of the reasons why you have the differences is because historically, as I said, they had this truth. They had these facts. We are different. But in certain ways, we're a lot alike. We're very much alike in a lot of ways.
We all have blood and hearts and stuff like that. Yeah, sure.
So, but they knew that we tend to be typically, there you go. I know I get it. Typically more athletic.
Yeah.
Our body mass index, BMI, is going to be lower. Well, originally was lower. And I will tell you how I know this is a fact. Our dietary intake was not our dietary intake today. What we ate in the 1500s and 1600s, we didn't eat today. We eat today a diet that is straight trash for the most part. We do eat a lot of Doritos, a lot of Lay's chips.
Yeah, they ain't had them back in the day.
They ain't had that back then.
I think they'd have been
a lot of French fries.
French fries, they ain't had that either. Yeah.
Back in 1500s.
And to be honest with you, the food was fresher.
I agree.
I say
and less chemicalized.
Less chemicalized.
Yeah.
So
this stuff we got now is garbage. Come on, everybody knows that.
Trash.
So, a lot of stuff.
Yeah. We could try to eat healthy, even with the fast foods, you could try to do healthy fast food. You can try.
A lot of preservatives.
But you're not going to be 100% guaranteed to eat healthy every single day. You can try. They say apple a day, keep the doctor away. That's not necessarily true because if you eat too many apples, guess where you're going to end up at? And then there's people that take that saying to the extreme. Apple a day, keep the doctor away. So
you gotta even watch certain
apple
too.
pies, with ice cream, a la carte. You eat that. You that's not the same kind of way they talk about eating an apple. Yeah. But you put it in apple pie, and apple pies are delicious.
Throw some ice cream on top of it.
But the problem is that they had this information, and their counterparts, their colleagues, not counterparts, their colleagues who were trying to tell the truth were being drowned out. because they saw what was coming down the road. They saw that, hey, these people are not going to always be enslaved. And then when we were enslaved, when it became that's chattel slavery, when that happened, they really went crazy with experiments on black people.
Oh yeah.
That really went crazy with that. And they did things to see, like you were talking about the psychological thing. They did things to really psychologically disturb black people to see how much they can take. You follow what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
you know they did that. They did the Tuskegee, the
we saw that
test when they gave them all what was that
a bomb.
STD?
And rather than
Ain't
give
that
them
And they
crazy?
wouldn't treat them.
they gave them a bomb.
Yeah.
So people had to go other way to
They
get
gave them
treated.
an ointment. And think about that for a minute. Let that sink in. Think about that for 1 minute. They had the treatment for it, but they didn't give it to these black men.
Well, you know what the scary thing is? They not only had the treatment,
Let
but
me
they had the
finish this,
disease to give it to you.
Let me finish this.
Go ahead, brother.
They didn't give them the treatment. They gave them an ointment, and they told them that the ointment would do the same thing as the treatment. What do you think these men were doing while they was taking that ointment?
A lot of them died.
A lot of them died, but they were still producing children. They were still having sex. So what they were doing in reality was spreading the disease.
That's because they think the ointment was working, and it wasn't.
And it wasn't.
Yeah. So they were still carrying out their daily.
Well, but they would have had been pretty sick, though. Did you think they were able to carry on like that?
Well, I think they got to a point where they did stop because they probably realized that, hey, the ointment wasn't working.
Isn't that what killed Al Capone?
I don't know if that's what killed Al
VD.
Capone.
VD killed Al
But
Capone,
yeah,
right?
VD.
So
I know that it's
how
killed.
you go around
That's what
boning?
killed
I mean,
Scott Joplin.
Yeah, he did die in the prison.
You said what?
That's what killed Scott Joplin.
Who's Scott Joplin?
Do 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 the ragtime. Do 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 do.
You're older than me, man.
By like what, 2-3 years?
We're still older. I don't know
2-3
that.
years. It's like 5. More
Check
like
him
5.
out, America. Look,
2 or 3 years. More like 5.
yeah, like no, it's 2. I'm 60.
How old are you?
50.
I'm 58. I'll be
Oh,
59
you're
in May.
58. Oh, yeah, it's 2 years.
I'll be 59 in May.
I think you 65. I mean 55. 55 upside. 55
He stopped
upside.
laughing because he said he meant 55.
I meant 55. You said 58.
He got a kick
That's
out of
you.
that.
Yeah, you know he going.
Well, I'm looking at all that gray. You got more gray than I do, and I got more hair than you do. I'm like, come on.
Boy, you got a lot of degree up there. Don't you try?
I do. I do. But see, that's another difference. We tend to age.
A lot better.
Yeah, we do.
Thank you. I was trying to find the words.
Yeah, we
A lot.
age better.
Better.
They say black don't crack.
Than the white
Unless
counterparts.
they doing crack. So we
Black
tend
don't
to
crack,
age.
but it do sag.
Unless they doing crack. 'Cause
Please.
I see black people on crack that's just what that. Get off of that.
Oh man.
Get off of that immediately.
But you know what's the worst
So-
thing? That what's that thing fentanyl?
And alcohol.
You ever
yeah.
see the fentanyl
Fentanyl.
addicts when they be walking through the
No,
fentanyl.
different
I haven't
places?
seen one.
Oh my god, yo, they be bent over like
Terrible.
like
Man,
out and
Wow.
just standing there like bent, like their head is down near their feet,
They ain't
that-
touch-
and they're just standing there.
near the ground.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they completely out.
but
One
that's
guy
no
was
crime.
totally bent over, man, like was sitting down. This
Yeah.
guy was sitting down. He was
Heroin,
like,
heroin will
Yo-
do you like that too.
yeah. Listen,
Heroin.
Fentanyl will kill you.
Yeah,
I
fentanyl will kill
seen
you.
I seen heroin addicts before,
You never
and I
them
seen
do
these
that.
fentanyl addicts.
They worse.
It looks like it's a lot worse.
They
It's a
say
lot
that
worse.
when you take
It's a lot worse.
fentanyl, your teeth fall out.
Yeah, I thank God I don't know anything about fentanyl.
So I don't know about all of that.
I don't know.
I've never
Crack
seen-
make your
you-
feet.
you
You
guys have
crack
seen
can make your
somebody-
teeth fall out.
with
You
drugs,
smoke
you
enough
Say
of it.
something about
yeah.
your feet.
Yeah.
Crack,
No.
crack make your feet stink.
If you
Crack your
if
teeth fall
you
out.
guys have seen them, I haven't seen them, but if you recognize the signs of somebody on drugs, slip them one of those pamphlets or something if you have it. Give them a number. Give them some encouragement to get off of it.
You got pamphlets on you while you go out.
No, sometimes I do carry them with me though.
Okay.
Not for drugs,
Yeah.
but the salvation pamphlets. Sometimes I carry them with me.
Okay.
So
That's good. That's good.
If you can slip in one, slip in one. It's
We're gonna
not.
get a pamphlet.
You get
Go get a
pamphlets.
pamphlet. Here, guys.
Churches, you get it. Churches.
Take
Look,
this.
man,
Like I
this
said,
counselors,
man, get it. If you don't know, if you can do with this.
those
You get
people are our
pamphlets
brothers and
from.
sisters, whether we like it or
Well,
not.
of course.
And we don't want to see anybody perish, really.
No.
But we're talking about a system that is diabolical. It is devious.
Okay.
It is wicked.
Mm-hmm.
The healthcare system overall is a good idea. I like the idea of the healthcare system.
Mm-hmm.
What healthcare system?
The idea of people having healthcare. You know, people having access to doctors, access to medication, whatever they need to have.
Yeah.
Medicaid and
healthcare.
Medicare?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the healthcare system overall. The idea
People
of
who
having,
got-
you know, because you got insurance
people-
companies that,
yeah.
that
You know-
buy
you
into
know-
it.
People who have
You-
you got insurance when you was working, right?
You know,
When
there are
working,
companies,
you got
there
insurance.
are company. I mean, sorry, there are countries that have free healthcare,
Yeah.
Yes,
right? We don't have free
That's
healthcare
true.
here.
That's true.
Well,
That's true.
They talk about how we're such a great country and all that. And I'm not down in our country, but we do have problems.
That's
you know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? And healthcare has got to be one of the problems that we have,
And that's a fact.
because I mean, it's
Amen.
put like this: there has to be a reason why they're saying that Black people are the top in cancer and heart disease.
And now we're
everything.
getting to
And
the heart
some of it
of
has
our
to
discussion.
do, some of it has to do with, you know, well, racism, basically.
That's what we're
You
talking
know?
about.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And I
what we're
think-
talking about. The system.
think-
The idea of the system is great,
Mhm.
but what we're talking about is the issues that's within the system that makes it not great. Number one,
Mhm.
good point. The finances. The financial picture is very, very lopsided. The
Mhm.
rich in America, we're not just talking about black and white here. We're talking about rich and poor.
Mhm.
The rich in America, their health care is off the charts.
Mhm. They
Right?
basically get what they want.
Let me help you understand something. America.
Basically.
The richest healthcare and the rich people healthcare in America is so off the chart. They're talking about freezing themselves, cryogenics.
Mhm.
They're talking about getting an implant within the hours. Average American, poor, middle class, cannot do that.
No.
Cannot get a transplant within the hour. You got to be on a waiting list. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And as far as cryogenics go, that'll cost you what? If you're working at least maybe 3 or 4 years worth of your salary.
Mhm.
You follow what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So the rich they have this fantastic healthcare system they're able to take part in, where the poor and middle class don't. And,
Yeah.
and I think that's what's driving America to not want to have a free healthcare system.
Mhm.
When we
You
have
think it's because of racism
so
that they
many,
don't want to have it?
I think it's more because of money.
we could be like other countries.
Because
And we can have free healthcare because we have enough rich people in the country to cover that, right?
Mhm.
But they don't want to do that.
exactly.
You know?
'Cause
And it's and it won't be fair if you look at the black and white of it,
Mhm.
because there's a real group of people with a real fear in their minds. It's a real fear that if they don't weed us out, dwindle us down, we'll overtake them,
but let me ask you this.
and that's
This-
crazy.
This is the question. If we do get free healthcare in the
Mhm.
United States, who's going to be up to say, all right, I got a black lady here with cancer and she needs treatment, but this white lady, she got the same cancer and need treatment. Which one of them go first?
See, that's the question.
That's what I'm talking about
That's
with free
where we at.
healthcare, because you leaving it up to the government to make that choice. If we're gonna have free healthcare, we leaving it up to the powers that be, that who's gonna make that decision and who gonna get that, or who gonna get that implant first, who
Mhm.
gonna get that what's the name first.
It's
You know
kind
what
of
I'm
like
saying?
that now, even without that. So
I get it.
because you got some doctors that don't have any moral compass, really, and they're all about the money. So
Mhm.
you know, and they're going to operate on whoever can pay them, right? So
Right.
that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's not necessarily a good thing, because you got to think about the moral issue with that. Then you have the people who do have one,
Mhm.
and they want to try to balance that out, and they really want to try to do the right thing and see what's going to happen with this, that, and the other thing, because those are the ones who can get into trouble.
Mhm.
Because if you deny healthcare to somebody, right, because you're not supposed to discriminate. That's what they say.
It's supposed to be
That's
charity
it.
care. It's
I
supposed to be
mean,
charity
that's
care.
under
That's
that's
what they
under
say.
With certain
that's
things,
part
it's
of
supposed to
their
be charity
oath
care.
as medical people.
So
that's their oath. They ain't
and,
supposed to
and,
discriminate.
and we know in today everything seems to be politicized. Yeah, everything's political now. We got this political issue that's splitting people right down the line, right down the middle. And so some doctors have lost their jobs because they're taking a stand.
Yep.
I'm not going to do this.
Yep.
Even though this person needs your assistance, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And it's push.
Hey, yo, can I go here?
Go ahead.
Right quickly. Right quick. Now I'm just, if somebody comes back at me for saying this, I really don't care because I know what I'm saying is true.
Go ahead.
The healthcare system, like Get Covered America, I'm sorry, Get Covered New Jersey,
Okay.
it's a freaking scam,
Mhm.
right? I went to Get Covered New Jersey so I could keep my benefits all throughout the year so I wouldn't get taxed because you get taxed if you don't have benefits, right?
That's true.
So
If you don't have health
went.
coverage, you get taxed.
So I went to them to get coverage, right?
But that's in every
So they
state.
gave me.
Yeah,
They gave me one. People. I'm not going to shout their name out because I still deal with them. But they gave me this company, right?
Mhm.
That they said they have different deductibles and copays and things of that
True.
nature, right?
Mhm.
So I tried to get the one that had no deductible, just copay, right?
Mhm.
This is what the lady told me when I signed up for it.
Mhm.
But when I actually signed up for it and got my card, they said I had a $2,500 deductible.
Woo.
Right. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I get on the phone with them and they said, well, who told you that it was no deductible? I said, the lady when I freaking signed up for this. So they told me to call the lady. Right.
Mhm.
So I called Get Covered New Jersey again. Of course, they told me that I have to go to what do you call it?
Okay.
Back to the other place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Right.
this is a scam. Because even when I go to the doctor will hardly even take my freaking card.
Wow.
Because he knows that they're not going to pay him because I have a high deductible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is across the board. I didn't know that
Mm.
it was because I found out that it was across the board. Like that's what's really
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
When the guy came from this one company to our school, and he was saying that they had benefits, and he said it was a 1,500 deductible. I said, well, that's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give us that. That might work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, even my doctors were telling me, like, yeah, it's kind of, it's kind of a
You
scam.
gotta be careful.
It's kind of a
It-
scam.
You got to be
You
careful.
got to be
with
careful.
insurance.
Yep. You definitely got to shop around for your insurance.
Yeah,
because
they'll get you.
insurance is.
You have to read.
And-
Oh yeah,
what
you
it says.
definitely,
And
before
definitely
you
got
sign
to
up-
read and understand
because
what
before
this
you sign up,
insurance is.
because when you realize that there's a problem,
Mhm.
open enrollment might be closed, and you
Mhm.
won't be able to do anything
Yeah.
about it. So you better make sure what it
Yeah.
is when you sign up,
Yeah.
because you will get ripped off. You
Yeah.
will
That's
definitely
part
get
of the
ripped off.
problem
Absolutely.
with America because this is a system, and people try to put things within that system to help them get away with, what they call it, loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
They try to put loopholes in there to help them get away with this stuff.
Loopholes is the American way.
Yeah. So it's greed, part of greed.
Yeah, and I
So-
think the insurance, like you said, I think the insurance is a scam. Like,
Yeah, This is a scam.
insurance is.
We have this
It's a
issue
scam.
is because in the Black community, we've been denied insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Now, doesn't that affect your health?
Yep.
Doesn't that affect your very life?
Yes.
You've been denied life insurance.
absolutely.
And we're not talking about something that happened in the 2015s or 2010. We're talking about something that's been in existence from when they first started the policies and started taking over in the 1940s and 50s. You're going back over 100 years of mistreatment. So when they start talking about reparations, factor that in.
Mm-hmm.
Factor all of that in. They don't have enough money to cover what we went through.
Nah,
Not
I
at
don't
all.
think they can give
I
everybody
just don't see
reparations
how
for that.
America is supposed to be the richest country.
One of
I said country, not company, but it is a company. But
one
anyway.
of the richest countries in the world. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
but
richest.
how, and everything is so messed up over here.
But
It seems like a third world country might be even better off than us here.
I think the
So
assets
we're all
we
stuck in a prison,
accumulate.
and we just do what they
I
do.
think the assets we accumulate as a country makes us the richest.
Hey,
because
It's what we do with it.
Yeah, and what we do with them assets, it don't filter back into the people of this
There you
country.
go.
like
And
all
that's
the name
why-
brands and all that kind of crazy stuff that
All-
we have to have.
Man-
Like not white people, but the other white people that we talk about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They'll buy something, right? And they'll say, look, I got this, this is really nice, but I got it for this price, which is much lower,
Mhm.
right? But we'll buy something and say we got the same thing, but we paid $1,000 for a hat.
Mhm.
We brag about that.
Why?
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Because
Why?
if somebody's
Why would
got
we
their
do that?
little name on it and stuff like that, you're gonna go out your way to
I
purchase
think
that.
that's-
That's stupid to me.
But that's branding.
Maybe I've been there at one time in my life,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
guess I just
That's-
passed on. I'm not there anymore.
Listen.
You know?
When you
You
was
matured.
younger, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We done
And that's
matured
why
enough.
people
We
are
call it
in
financial maturation.
Yeah. But that's when they
Some
call
people
debtor's
call
prison.
that cheap. No,
You-
that's financial.
You heard of debtor's prison,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Do you know that a lot of those people who got that name brand stuff, their credit cards are freaking ran up? I don't even know if they're still paying on the credit cards. They probably be so high.
Yeah.
They probably get another credit card and start it all over.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? Because come on, man,
the
you living here, you driving this, you got children, anything like that. How you affording all of this Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all that stuff?
It's doable.
You know you got it. Yeah, it's doable with
but you
credit
better
cards.
you better catch themselves.
Yeah,
It's doable with credit
yeah,
cards.
You better
one.
catch themselves.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
part of the
you
problem
got to
with
sell 'em,
us
yeah,
as black
yeah,
people and in certain parts of our culture and certain groups of our culture, I know y'all agree with this.
We ain't hear what you
is
said. How we gonna?
well, I'm about to say it.
Oh.
Give me a minute. I'm 60. So when you start realizing that, I'm not gonna keep using that as an excuse, but it works.
It worked.
It does work. But one of the problems is that you get a kid and he'll go get a gold tooth for like $500-600.
Mhm.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, right?
Go to
Prayerfully,
the
it doesn't cost $500-600 for
Right.
one gold tooth, though.
Right. But some people get these stuff, right?
Mhm.
You know what the problem is? It's not the gold chain that they get. It's not the watch that they get. It's not the tooth that they get or the teeth that they get. You know what the problem is? They're not insuring them.
Insuring what?
Whatever they buy that's worth insuring, they don't insure it. And you should. If you get something that's $500 or more, or even I think it's $250, I think it is,
Mhm.
$250 or more. Don't hold me to that, research that. But I know it's $500 or more, you should have it insured. If you insure, you buy a gold chain, it's expensive. They want to buy a belt, right? $2,000-3,000.
I seen a belt. A belt you talking about? $2,000-3,000 for a belt?
Yeah.
Hold
You
your
saw
pants
that?
up.
There's a belt that's $2,000-3,000.
I thought I saw
Hold
one
your-
yesterday for
Hold your pants
$580
up.
for
Hold your
$580
pants up.
something dollars.
Yeah.
And I thought that was high.
Who gonna pay that?
People that want to
People
buy
will
that
pay.
belt.
Yeah, people will do.
Yeah,
People will
Right?
that's what I call fools.
do. Yeah.
Look,
I wear bootleg stuff and be happy. Well, this ain't.
but
bootleg.
this is
Yeah,
stuff
this
that
is-
you can
Really
go to
cool. But I got
Walmart.
this
you
for
can
cheap.
insure these
I got this off
I
of
go to
clearance,
Walmart, give me a belt for what, $20 now, $15.
And you
Right,
better go
lasts
check
about
that clearance
4
rack too. Yo, the clearance rack works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hold
you
my
start-
pants up.
you
But
start
this is
there.
what we as a
Clearance,
people
that's our
had-
shop.
we had to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like and now you got
Don't get me
young,
wrong.
young rich black people, you know, making money off industries like athletes, movies, music, definitely music, especially the new rap music that's coming out. You see how they promoting themselves.
Yeah.
You know, stacks, the grills,
Mhm.
the chains, the
Mhm.
watches, but they're not insuring that stuff.
Mhm.
And I heard one guy said on YouTube, one guy has a YouTube channel, I forget the dude's name, but he's on there a lot. He got a lot of followers, like 3.2 million followers.
Wow.
He said a lot of what they do is fronting.
Yeah, of
Mhm.
course.
They don't own those houses.
Mm-mm.
They don't own those watches.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you what he said. Y'all can go research that yourself.
You don't really own nothing in America.
But they said that he said that
They branded
they don't
for
own
the
that,
video.
and it's all like it's fronted to him. And I think Will Smith said, because I was wondering how Will Smith went bankrupt, right?
Mhm.
And he
You
said,
went
well,
bankrupt one time. I never heard that.
yeah, he said he
Yeah,
made
me
some bad decisions,
Mhm.
got into some bad business investments.
Mhm.
And I heard how TLC, remember,
Oh yeah, I remember them.
you remember the
They
story
did
they told
Yeah.
about how, because they was making a lot
of
of
money and they ain't get it.
Well, they were making a lot of
back.
music, but they weren't
Yeah.
making a lot of money.
Right.
The
And-
record company made
Yeah,
money.
they
and they broke that down. So
Mhm.
you can go check that out too.
Mhm.
So when you're going to get into anything like music and
It's a lot of group
being an
stuff.
athlete is different. But again, being an athlete, you're going to make this money but you still got to be wise with your dollars.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be financially mature. You got to get there quick when you're rich. In America, there's different standards, I would think, that was established because of this misinformation that was taught for hundreds of years. So if you're going to try to level the playing field, you got to start with tearing down the teachings.
Mm.
You got to really go back and find out, okay, well, how did we get here where we're so different in how you treat us medically? We can't remember that movie John Q. Did you ever see John Q?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Great movie.
That was
Great
Denzel,
movie.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Denzel,
with the little
Great
son.
movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the point,
Yes.
the
yes.
point of the
that
movie,
fits very well. With
the
what we're talking
point
about.
of the movie is at the heart of our discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Well, basically, I commend. I said for real. As we talk about the money aspect and how people branding and fronting, I think we have to get ourselves in the great stewardship that God has called us to be.
Amen.
And what happens with that is we have to understand that those people, they fronting and stuff, they making money, but the stuff they're wearing, we don't have to have that.
Can
We
I say
have
something
to
about that real quick?
hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Let me
I'm
finish.
gonna let you go.
So
let me know when I can
we
say
don't have to.
something. I'm saying, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. We don't have to want that. That's not a need for us. The need is to take care of the household first.
That's right.
I think we should concentrate on us.
Would you
Our
buy your kids that?
household. Yeah, no, I wouldn't buy my
Okay.
kids. I buy what they need, not necessarily what they want.
Come on, Rob. We ain't come up like
I
that.
know, yeah. It was like
You want that because you saw it on TV.
yeah.
I was
And
kinda spoiled, yeah.
listen. But
I'm
this
not
what
gonna
I
lie.
encourage him to do. If he want that, he could go get it once he start working.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Save up for it.
Yeah, you save up for that.
Yeah.
You could go get it anytime you want.
That's how I came up.
Yeah, that's what my mother told
Yeah.
me. She
But I
said,
was spoiled.
you
I
better
ain't
get your
gonna lie,
job.
man.
Get your job.
I was a spoiled kid. They pretty much bought me everything. I'm
Well,
being honest. I'm just being honest.
but yeah, that's
Because
cool.
if my family watched this and I say anything else, they're gonna say, "Oh, Rob, come on." You know you were spoiled.
I'm out there.
Hey man,
But
listen, I
see,
want to-
lying.
listen,
But wait, hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
One second. Now, as far as the aspect of how we take care of the health part, as far as hypertension, we need to calm ourselves down because hypertension comes from stress.
Yeah.
And the society is going to stress a man
Man,
out,
we
especially
cooking, we
a man
cooking
of
now.
our
We
culture,
cooking.
in our culture.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have to understand and watch the
We
things.
only got an hour today. Man.
I know, right? Look, but we have to understand. We
Can't
have to
better that,
understand as Black men that the enemy is all around us,
Mhm.
and we have to understand we can't submit to the enemy. We have
Right.
to submit to what
Amen.
we need
Mhm.
and what God has called for us.
Yeah.
So
And-
at the same time,
Mhm.
we got to watch what we eat.
Mhm, mhm,
We
mhm.
have to not dwell on the amount of food. We have to cut back. If we got to cut back, we cut back.
Cut back.
If we eat something that don't agree with us, guess what?
We try
You-
shouldn't eat it.
don't try, you shouldn't eat it.
Sometimes that's easier said than done. Sometimes
It is. And
My
that's
belly.
where- that's
and
where
I'm
that
telling
willpower
you,
comes in.
That's why I said
Tell
we
on
got to
me.
get our place in the.
You're
We got to
right,
get
though.
ourselves
You're
in a
right.
place
You are
where
right.
we discipline
You
ourselves
are
to
100%
say,
right.
look, I can't eat pasta
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
or I can't eat
Hit it,
that
hit it.
barbecue chicken.
Oh, I can't eat McDonald's.
I can't eat McDonald's like that.
I done told you about the pasta.
Because he loved pasta. Was
I
it
told you
garlic
about that
butter pasta?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
though.
oh
Yeah,
man, who
that's
you?
good money.
Listen,
That's good money.
I wanted
listen.
to
don't
see-
tell
That's
me.
one of the only
You gotta tell
meals
me.
I can make for myself.
Yeah,
Sean
go
made
ahead.
Sean made an
Yeah.
excellent,
You can be a good idea.
excellent point where he talked about what they're
Butter- yeah,
promoting.
butter and,
They're promoting this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. You hear me say this all the time. Everything is spiritual.
Yeah.
So we're in a spiritual battle with spiritual warfare. So you got to look at what you're watching. What's being subliminally shown you is being subliminally indoctrinated to you. You're being taught something on a subliminal level, right? On a level. These guys out here with all of the stacks and the gold chains and the grills.
Mayweather started all that
of
with the stack of money and stuff. man.
Yeah, Lord,
I can't
but you
stand
know
that
what?
he did
Lord
that.
bless him.
Now
He
everybody
could afford that.
Yeah,
Lord,
but
that's-
everybody trying to run behind him doing that. You know they ain't got it like that.
That's
There's
the
a
whole spiritual side.
message.
Yeah.
There's a spiritual message behind that. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's not really what you need.
Yeah.
It ain't. It ain't what you need. And getting that stuff, like I said, a lot of guys go out and they'll kill to get that.
And
A lot of
do
guys
anything.
go out and
But most people
and
just
do
go in
anything
debtor's
to get
prison
it.
though. Most
Right.
people freaking are using their credit cards and are running those freaking credit cards up, trying to keep up with the Joneses, and that's the reason
And
why
they don't
our
even
debt situation
realize,
is so
Rob,
bad.
That's
that
why
the
the
Joneses are
steerage-
broke.
The Joneses,
Yeah,
they got credit cards too.
There
The
lies the
Joneses
sewer
credit
shit.
cards, they
There
get
lies
too.
the sewer
And
shit.
let me read this right quick, because I'm not doing this to prove you wrong. I'm just doing this to show you
Prove me
the
wrong about what?
information. You'll see when I read
Go
this.
ahead.
Okay. Now it says proponents of this point. Proponents of this point to data, such as from 2011, showing that while roughly 2,800,
7,000.
2,087. I mean, 287,000. Yes, sorry, 287,000 African Americans died from all medical causes combined.
Right.
Right. There were approximately 360,000 abortions among black women in the same year.
Right.
Okay. Now let me explain this. That's because they don't. A fetus is not legally or medically classified as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mortality
statistics.
Yes.
Planned Parenthood with Margaret Sanger.
Mm-hmm.
She followed the whole eugenics.
Yes, she
thing.
did.
She believed in eugenics.
She did.
And she believed that certain people should not be able to reproduce.
That's true.
And that's the reason why you'll find the Planned Parenthood mostly in areas that there's a lot of what do you call it? What do you want to call it? African American. I just say African Americans. You know.
So here's the question.
You find it in the hood.
Question.
More so than anywhere.
Where was her first Planned Parenthood clinic opened at?
In what city? I don't know.
Brownsville, New York.
You mean Brooklyn?
Yes.
Okay.
And at the time that she opened her first clinic, that area was off limits to black people. Black people couldn't go there.
Okay.
So they couldn't get any health care from there.
From Planned Parenthood?
Yep.
Okay, but we're not talking about then, obviously. Obviously, we're not talking about then.
Right.
We're talking about
with a shift in the ideology.
Right. It matters not where she put her first one.
I won't even say.
We're talking about the ones that she put in the neighborhoods. That's the ones we're talking about.
But
not where the first one came.
But it had to be a pattern that started from somewhere. You get what I'm saying? So when you look at the ideology, this is why we say we're in a spiritual battle, not just physically we're in a battle, we're in a spiritual battle as well. So we got to be careful about what we're doing and how we're going about doing things. And what we're even saying, as your boy said, alleging that this is that and that is this. So with her, she started out in a predominantly white area. And then she migrated to the black area. She was down with eugenics. I never said she wasn't.
I didn't say you said that.
But
I'm not saying anything opposed to what you were saying.
Right.
I'm giving you the numbers on the people who died from all medical conditions in black people, and the number of black abortions, which is more. Abortions is more. They try to tell us that something else is the leading cause, but abortion is the leading cause.
Well, heart disease is the leading cause.
No. Heart disease.
If you're
heart disease on the
50
outside,
years old, you made it through abortion.
Listen,
do you agree with that?
Heart disease is on the outside.
But do you agree with that?
Right. What I'm trying to say is they don't give you the numbers of abortions because they don't call a fetus a person.
Right. But
so that's the reason why heart disease is more, but you honestly have more black people dying from abortions than anything else.
I disagree with that.
You listen. You disagree with the fact, and I don't argue facts.
I think as you said it yourself, the facts can be skewed. So
I don't argue.
I think that right there skewed.
I don't argue.
I
facts.
do. Just like I pointed out.
I will never argue.
Somebody lied about the crime statistic. That's a fact. Okay. Those crime statistics were based on facts.
I would never argue with a fact. I'm not going to go back and forth about
I'm trying to tell you that could be skewed.
Okay,
That could be
gentlemen.
skilled.
What do you mean?
I'm just
Okay,
saying.
Okay, gentlemen. I'm just saying
Listen,
we
I'm
running
not
out of
gonna argue
time.
with facts.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to end the show
now. Yeah.
because y'all went right
we
into
about
the
to get
limit.
heat up at the end.
Yeah, y'all get right to the
I'm just
limit.
saying.
That's why I waited to the end because I knew he was gonna try to fight me.
I'm not fighting you. I'm just simply stating.
But look,
Okay.
it's good
When
discussion.
we come back next week, I'm gonna have some information,
Yo, it's,
and that's gonna be that.
listen, I'm not gonna argue a fact.
The only thing-
America, I'm not gonna argue a fact.
I'm gonna show
ever.
you how we are aligned.
All right. My thing is, we ran out of time. So
It's 3 o'clock.
yeah. So we did an hour already. And listen,
No,
if you like the show, you like the content of the show, please subscribe. We would love to hear your comments and everything that at the bottom. You could put in your comments and we'll respond.
yeah.
So for me, Sean Wilson, my co-host Rob the Little Lion,
Featured
Ronald,
He said
featured Ronald,
featuring
what kind of
Little
head,
Lion.
Yeah.
and our boy Matt over there, who's diligently our engineer over
Yeah.
there. He's a great guy,
Yeah,
great
He
man.
is, man. Gotta say that.
Young
But,
guy doing well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We don't say that
Yeah.
enough about the young black
Yeah.
people.
Encouraging and
The young
inspiring.
black brother
Yeah.
doing his thing.
yeah.
That's a
He's-
beautiful thing.
And we love to
Encouraging
have
and
him. We love to have him.
Yes,
you
yes.
know, and be on the team. But if you love the content, please subscribe and comment. You know, and for us three, we out.